everyone, welcome to my channel, Mingby. My name is Mandy and I am a full-time reseller. Today is my What Sold Wednesday video, so I will go over all the platforms that I sell on, what the fees were, what my average sale price was, and what I get to take home for the week. I also do unboxings, come thrift with me's, other reseller content. I do have some videos I'm working on that are kind of like a really big deep dive into how to have a successful rummage sale. So if that is something you are interested in, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. I am getting closer to my goal and I'm getting very excited about it. So this week was better than last week. Like I said, the upward motion of the sales is definitely exciting. Mercari last week was kind of not great. That was with the whole structure change over there, and I only had one sale. I don't know what changed. I did do the little prompt that Mercari sent me that you could drop your prices by 10% on your whole store closet. I'm not exactly sure what you call it on Mercari. So I did that, and then I got, let's see, 6 sales over the weekend on Mercari after doing that. So I don't know if that, did something for the algorithm. Not exactly sure. I was fine with dropping my 10% just because I price everything pretty much the same all across the board in anticipation to send out offers. So 10% isn't a big deal for me, especially on Mercari when now there are no fees. Poshmark was a little bit slower than last week. I did have kind of some lower sales over there, which is fine. Some older stuff is kind of moving out. I have been going back and revamping some of my listings. I'm also kind of playing with getting rid of stock photos. I know most people say, you can sell faster if you have stock photos, but I am seeing more and more people talking about their accounts getting shut down on Mercari. I don't know if I've ever heard anybody happen on Poshmark, but it can happen on eBay too. So I just kind of want to eliminate that whole anxiety of that happening by just getting rid of stock photos completely or moving them back in my listing so it's not the cover shot, and see if maybe that kind of changes anything in when people are looking at my listings to purchase. I will say that with Mercari, it was about a year ago. It was a listing that didn't even have a stock photo on it. It was a Tommy John's bra. That must be one of those companies that do not want you to resell their items. I'm not exactly sure. It was new with tags. I had it listed, and all of a sudden I looked at my Mercari and it was completely shut down, and they said it was under investigation or however they call it. And I had zero access to it. I had money sitting in there I could not get out. I could not send any offers to anyone. It was just completely shut down until they deemed what they wanted to do. I reached out multiple times. I think everybody knows Mercari does not have the best customer service. You can't really get a hold of anyone. So I had sent a couple messages, and they finally got back to me and said that supposedly Tommy John said it was a counterfeit item. I don't really understand how it could be because it wasn't. Regardless, that has made me a little bit nervous about the stock photos, because if they can just shut it down, and I couldn't even get my money. And that's one thing I was telling them in those emails back and forth, or the messages. I was like, hey, you're stealing my money if you just shut down my account without me letting get my money out. So that's another thing that I'm kind of thinking about in the back of my head too, with removing the stock photos. Overall, it was a decent week. There wasn't any big sales. Big sales to me are like $100 and over. I think I might have had like a $40 or $50 sale, but everything else was kind of in that general 20 to 30 range, which is fine by me. I do a lot of my sourcing at the bins, so items are pretty low for my cost of goods, and I like to get things in and get them out as fast as possible. If that means that maybe I am not making that extra, $2 to $5 on an item, I am completely fine with that, as long as things just come and go quickly, as opposed to come in and sit for a really long time and then maybe make a little bit extra. I will turn you around and you can take a look at my actual listings. So this is for April 1st through the 7th. And let's see, we're starting with Mercari. 7 sales over there, definitely picked up from last week, which is great. I'm hoping that everything's just kind of settling down over there now with the big changes. $156.50, and since there are no more fees, I get to take all of that home, so that's great. On Poshmark, 18 sales, a little bit less than last week, 459 there. And after fees, that left me with a 455.95. And on eBay, let's see what was last week. eBay only 5 sales, so we did almost double what we had there. Actually, we did double. So 10 sales there, 267.11. Shipping and fees, that left me with a 175.41. All of my average sale prices on all platforms were kind of lower this week. Like I said, there were no big sales of like $100 or more. Everything was a little bit less, which is fine. So my totals this week were $882.60. After my fees, I use an average cost of goods, which is around $3. So that leaves me with a total profit of $592.80. Average sale price for all platforms was $25.17 with 35 items sold. I do have this little thing down here that's going to be calculating the 2 bales that I have bought in. The swimsuit lot, that video has been posted probably for, I don't know, has it been a month? I think it's been a month. If you haven't watched that one, go take a look. I was a pretty Debbie Downer about the whole situation, so I thought I would start tracking this. I'm also tracking the money I'm making for the ones I sent to ThreadUp, so I can see if it truly was as horrible as I thought it was in the video, or if maybe it wasn't as bad. So I currently have sold 11 swimsuits. I am still in the negative of 74.70, so hopefully that continues throughout the summer, that it keeps selling. And then the other one here, I have whited out because that video is coming out on Friday. I bought 100 pounds of something. So you can check out that video, and we're starting negative 275 with that one. So now I will show you my actual listings. Starting with Poshmark, I love picking up this style of Croc. Not this exact style, but any that are like sandal related, not the slip-on with the holes cut out of them. These seem to be pretty popular, especially in the summer. And I have 100% sell-through rate for the slip-on sandals for Crocs. These came in that Help See source box for men. I definitely didn't think these were going to sell. It's a kind of a strange size. It was a 28 short. So you'd have to be pretty small to wear these. They did only go for $12, which is fine by me because I didn't think that they would sell at all. Judy Blue, love this brand. This one I was a little leery. I found these at the bins. They were button fly, skinny, and a pretty small size, a size 26. But I do find that the button fly seems to do better in skinny jeans. So I thought, I'll pick them up there at the bins. I don't even think they weighed a pound. And these sold within a week of listing for $32. J. Jill, don't love this brand. Try and stay in bigger sizes. I picked this one up solely because of the buttons. They had little ladybugs on them. I couldn't find a stock photo or anything, so I don't know if maybe someone switched these out and put them on this dress. I wasn't really sure, so that's why I did let this go for 17. There also was, I think, a belt that was supposed to go with this that I did not have. Rothy's, I think we all know now, they just don't move like they used to. I've had these for quite a while, and from what I could tell, this color was pretty sought after at one point, but I had relisted these quite a few times. I finally let them go for 40. Somersault, I've never heard of this brand before. I found the stock photo on the Madewell website, so they sell it. This was new with tags. I picked this up at Goodwill for $38. Steve Madden, I've had this bag for quite a while. I got it at the bins. This was one of those where I listed it and I got an offer like immediately, and I thought, it's not what I want it to be. And I wish I would have taken it then because I think I've had this bag now for probably 4 months, and I think the offer that they sent me was 35. So that's just another reminder that if you get something that's close to what you want, I think a quicker flip is better than hanging on and hoping to get more. This is a pretty expensive brand retail. I had never heard of it before. I saw it at Goodwill, looked it up. They were currently on the website for like $350. Thought I would give it a try. I had these listed, I think, too high. There was a lot of interest in all platforms on these shoes, and I finally let them go for 55. Not bad. I think I paid like $6. Cabby, one of my favorite brands to sell. These were a high-rise wide leg pant, and I think these sold within a week of listing for $26. White House Black Market, this brand is hit or miss with me. It seems to be certain things do better than others. This was a pretty small size, but I normally do pretty well with the military style jackets. This one went for an offer of 20. Picked this up at the bins last week. I thought it probably was going to sit for a while. There was quite a bit of damage to it. Let's see. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of pinholes in this shirt. Here's my little finger thing. If you watched my tips on listing faster, I think that's what that was in. This has come in handy so that you can show exactly where the holes are on the shirt. But someone did offer me $14 and I immediately accepted that. Spanx, this came in a Quick Lots box. There was an issue on the inside of the bra. It was torn a little bit. So I did let this go for 12. Torrid, I'm like hit or miss with this brand too. It depends on the item, it depends on the size. These I picked up at a regular thrift store, and these went for an offer of 19. Long Tall Sally, I just heard of this brand like a year ago. I don't know much about it. It definitely seems to do better if you have more current pieces. These were new at tags, a trouser satin wide leg pant. And these I think sold within 2 weeks of listing for $34. This brand is catering towards women with longer legs. Like the inseam or the length on this is 36. Liverpool, I sold 2 of these this week. This brand seemed to do a little bit better for me about a year ago in these like stretchy work pants. These were a size 12. They did go for an offer of 21. I have had this jacket for probably 2 years. I paid $14 for it at Goodwill. I thought someone would have wanted it. It was not branded Harley Davidson. It is, what is it? This like rose brand. It is vintage, it is leather. It does have the lace up on the sides here with this Harley patch. I didn't want to put it on eBay. I've been hearing some issues where people are getting listings taken down if you have Harley patches or band shirts or any type of graphic on the shirt and it is not branded that. eBay has been taking them down. So I didn't want to do that there. I've had this in my closet forever. So I offered somebody $35. They took it. I was happy for it to go. It was super heavy and taking up quite a bit of room. Marie says, I don't pick this up all the time, normally at the bins. If it's extra large or bigger, new with tags help. This was kind of a cooler piece though with this mesh like floral design on the sleeves. This one for an offer is 16. Here was the other Liverpool pants. These went for an offer of 25, size 8 in this plaid color. Now on to Mercari. 511 Tactical seems to have really gone downhill for me. I used to be able to pick this up and flip it almost immediately. Now not so much. I got these at the bins. There were some stains on them. Someone offered me 20. I was completely fine with that, especially now on Mercari where you get your full the full amount that they pay. Shein, this came in the swimsuit lot. Definitely happy to see this go for $15. Blue Pepper, I don't know much about this brand. I picked it up based on style from the bins. Had like a balloon sleeve, gauzy material. This went for an offer of 12. Weirdly enough, this is the second time that I have sold this t-shirt. I found it once, I think at a thrift store, and then I found it again at our local vintage t-shirt shop. I paid, I think, like $4 for it there. So it went for an offer of $22.50. Show Me Your Moo. I do not pick this brand up like hardly ever. The only reason I picked this one up, it was new with tags. It was a medium. I thought this was, okay to wear to maybe a summer wedding, or if you were a bridesmaid and you got to pick, which dress you wanted to wear. Would I pick this up again? I don't think so. I've had it for probably 8 months. And there really was not much interest on it at all. So when somebody offered me 27, I said, definitely you can take it. Athleta, these were a 2X. I picked these up at the bins. Wider leg, kind of like a taupe color. Someone offered me 29. Aster, the label, this I got in a Quick Let's box probably at least a year ago now. I had this listed for 65, which I think is way too high. I had just kept dropping the prices, and then I sent out a really aggressive offer. Someone accepted for 31. This was a Harry Potter Slytherin one-piece swimsuit in a size large. This was sold at Torrid, and this went for an offer of 35. Now on to eBay. These are a pair of airy, just pull-on pants, and these went for an offer of 20. Loft, I don't normally pick up everything for Loft. Normally I kind of go with anything that is plus size, more of a comfortable look, casual, or new with tags. This did go for an offer of 15. Lee, these were a pair of Bermuda shorts in a size 22, new with tags. They had stretch. Whenever I find these at Goodwill, especially if it's $1.99 day, I will always pick up Bermuda shorts in bigger sizes with new with tags. People are always looking for that in the summer, and these did go for full asking price of 19. Metallica, this was, I think I have one cassette left of that little lot that I found at Goodwill. This went for full asking price of $18.99. These silver jean shorts were in my last ThredUp box, and these went for an offer of 22. And these sold really quick. I think I had them listed for probably only a week. This neon hat I got at Goodwill. All hats are normally $1.99. This was kind of a cool one. I did take an offer of 10 just because this was an international order. I think it was going to Chile. So that's kind of always exciting when something is going overseas. These Levi's 501, these came in a ThredUp box at some point. I don't remember which one it was. Someone offered me 35, which I think is fair just because these came in this color wash, I don't think is the most popular right now. And I am trying to move things out as much as I can. So I was happy with $35. This was another swimsuit from the swimsuit bale, Catalina. I don't normally pick this brand up. If I do, it's gotta be like 1X and over. This went for an offer of 17. And then the last sale on eBay was this Close Encounters of the Third Kind shirt. It was just like a normal graphic shirt, and this did go for full asking price of $16. Going into next week, I am still kind of tweaking some of my listings. That seems to be helping. I'm not exactly sure if it's just because I'm listing more that I'm getting more activity on all platforms, or if it's because we're getting into spring, summer. People are just kind of looking for different items. Whichever it is, I am happy that it is going upward. I have been really kind of on myself about making a schedule. For the last probably 2 months, I was kind of just like willy-nilly working whenever I felt like it. And I think that that really kind of, pulled me back from making more sales. Now I am kind of giving myself, I don't want to say a strict guideline, but more of a guideline of today, this is what we're doing at this time, and this time. And then tomorrow is a thrifting day or a sourcing day or whichever, because before it was kind of like, well, I'll list some stuff today, but then I'm going to go to the bins for a while. And then maybe the listing didn't get done. So I'm being a little bit more proactive on that. It definitely seems to be helping with staying motivated. Obviously, when you have more sales, it's a lot more fun to list. When you aren't getting as many sales, it's a little daunting to list because it's, like, why am I even doing this if no one's buying my stuff? So it's definitely helping me in that way. In the comments below if you have a schedule for yourself for listing and sourcing, or do you just kind of, wing it and whatever you have time for? And as always, if you enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give it a like. It really helps out the channel and I really appreciate it. I will see you on the next one. Bye!